even for the Life of Pi, I had my daughter was going through heart surgery, and then my friend who's the executive producer of Life of Pi, who's also executive producer of Slumdog Millionaire, he sent me a mail. Hey AR, I want you to meet Ang Lee. And I didn't even open the mail. So again, he sent a mail saying that I want you to come for the premiere of Life of Pi. Roja, I think I never had all that stuff which I did in Roja before. It all came at that time because I was put in the spot, and sometimes I had issues where I felt like, am I going to let the great director Mani Ratnam down? I don't have any musical elitism, which people slot me into. I love all kinds of music, and I'm back with my friend Ahmed Khan, who choreographed Rangila and Mehboob.
Hi guys, this is Himesh and welcome to Pinkvilla. Today we have with us the globally acclaimed artist Mr. AR Rahman with us, who is making his debut as a producer with 99 songs and launching Ehan Bhat with the film. Welcome to Pinkvilla, sir, and Ehan. It's a pleasure having you here.
It's a pleasure for us too.
Sir, to start with, the first question is for Rahman, sir. So, you have written the script of 99 songs as well. How much of it has come from your personal experiences in the world of music?
Actually, if you look at my life was guided by my mother. She put me into music and she believed in it, which is completely opposite to a normal person. If any kid wants to say, I want to take up music in a doctor's family or, in another government servant's family, they'll say, no, don't do all that. You need a job, you need a permanent stuff in this. So the social structure of even the world, not just India, is that music is not a good profession. It could be a hobby, but it can't just feed your family. All these things. But I feel like in present day scenario, it needs courage to take things like music, art, and show the world that you can be successful, you can be famous, you can be good at it, and you can give a lot of love through your art. And so if you take many movies which has come on music, even in the West, you show them in a very, very pathetic state in the end. They die out of a drug overdose or alcoholic, they get kicked out of the house. So this cliche in portraying an artist, the artist should be like that only. That's very poetic to have him die in the end. So for me, why do they have to do that? Why do they have to make... So it's actually a very subliminal musical racism, I would say, to say that musicians are losers and they're going to end up not having anything, and it's not a good thing. It may be true in some cases, but the world is changing now. And that whole scenario is what, in my story, I said, things can be different. There are many different layers to each profession. And so we are trying to address many things, but not in a very preachy way, but in a more storytelling way, where it's all part of this. So this movie is a culmination of, as you asked me, experiences which I've seen, in lives, in the way movies are portrayed musicians.
And Ehan, what was your journey towards bagging this film?
It was, I always wanted to be an actor, and I came to Bombay to be an actor actually. And so I auditioned for the film through this very good casting director, Mukesh Havra. And then later on, months later, I got to know that I was selected for the part, So it's like a dream debut for me. I couldn't have asked for a better debut, than working with Rahman sir, whom I'm a huge fan of, and being in his film, having his music, his songs. It's like a lifetime kind of an opportunity for me.
And sir, you have it is your dream project. I believe you have been writing it for quite some time now. Could you tell us the journey of bringing this film to life?
So the idea came in around 2010 December. So I had 3-4 ideas. First idea was this, how will a movie be like a fairy tale where a musician has to write 100 songs to win a girl. And so the one line is that, but then it has so many different layers to it. And it has to be engaging, it has to have great songs, and it has to have the sensibility of which movies I've been seeing and being part of Indian cinema and Hollywood. And so I found a director who would also realize the same vision which I have. So Vishwesh, I spoke to him from one of my friends, Chandru. He recommended you should get this director. I think he'll be right for your vision. So I called him from Skype. He gave me the Skype thing, and I spoke to Vishwesh. And then I realized like he's done some of my favorite works which I've seen, and I didn't know that he directed Vivarus and those musical shows. So we had a connect, but it was a long journey. So he went and wrote some drafts, then we went back to the original, and then there was all good things were taken from everything. And yeah, then we hunted for producers, and the many corporate producers came in. Then I felt like it should be an indie movie so that we have the freedom to do what we want to do, because we want this to have our own voice. Because there are many great filmmakers doing their own thing. They have a certain style, and it's no use copying their style or doing something. So we wanted to create. So it took time to, inch by inch, creating the style and have our own voice in filmmaking.
And so for you, what was the idea behind having your actors to train in music for this film?
I think when you see inspiring stories of Amir Khan actually trained, and even Hollywood actors, they go into things where they spend time 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and they come out as this different person, and even in martial arts, you see all this stuff being done, and then that shows on screen. In Indian movies, they would just show having a guitar just as like a prop rather than playing it really. And because now there are more musicians, younger people have taken up music, they will start laughing if you do the same thing. So I said, okay, now since one of the reasons to cast a new face is also that we'll get enough time from that person, and we can also give back to the industry, somebody who's potentially could be an international star. And so so when I saw Ehan, I felt like I was not looking at my movie alone. I was looking at 5 years from now, where will he be if he be casted with this big director, or he has this potential of we wanted to build him as from India to the world in a way. And so in pan India now he's already covered. He knows the Tamil audience now, Telugu audience, and then Hindi audience. So we covered almost 3 big languages. Even though we want to cover many other languages, we have only one lifetime. It's hard. So yeah, we are very excited for Ehan and this movie.
Thank you so much. I love you, sir.
And so the trailer of the film has a dialogue. All that you need is one song to get that global popularity. If we go back to your career, which is that one song or album that gave out a statement that you have arrived?
Roja. Roja, I think I never had all that stuff which I did in Roja before. It all came at that time because I was put in the spot, and sometimes I had issues where I said like, am I going to let the great director Mani Ratnam down? Or so that scary part, like he's come from a legendary composer Ilayaraja and to me, and I don't have the experience. So all these things, when you talk to Mani Ratnam, he would never make you, hey, don't worry about all that. It's all sounding great. That is the kind of assurance he gave me. And I think that is one quality I learned from him, to make things. And even if you are in the lower state, like in those days, people pull you down. One movie doesn't work, you say, oh, now he's finished. His music is over. From Roja times the next movie, from the next movie. So every time you go back to Mani, hey, that sounds great. So for him, popularity doesn't count, but what you are, how your sincerity, that counts more than what other people think about you. So that's a great quality I've learned from Mr. Mani Ratnam, that you judge by the people's sincerity than what their popularity is about.
And so, you must have been, like in the last 20 years, I believe so many films must have been offered for you to come on board as a composer. What is it that, gets you on board for a film as a composer? And are there any regrets that you missed out on giving music for a particular film?
No, and I don't have any regrets. In fact, even for The Life of Pi, I had, my daughter was going through heart surgery, and then my friend who's the executive producer of Life of Pi, who's also executive producer of Slumdog Millionaire, he sent me a mail. Hey, AR, I want you to meet Ang Lee. And I didn't even open the mail. So again, he sent a mail saying that I want you to come for the premiere of Life of Pi. And then the other mail was unopened. Okay. So the takdir is that I should not meet Ang Lee because it is meant for somebody else to do the music. So these are the things which it makes you happy that it's meant for somebody. It's not, greed is not everything in life. And sometimes what has to come to you It's promised and it will come to you. It will come through different source, different place.
And Ehan, like you said in one of your answers before, that you always wanted to be an actor. So before 99 songs, you must have been auditioning for a lot of films. How has that journey of audition been for you?
When I came to Bombay, I come from a family of engineers and doctors and entrepreneurs, and so I had to be an outlaw to be in the film industry. So it was a struggle in the beginning that to come to Bombay itself. So I was studying in Delhi that time, and as a student I didn't have enough money. So I remember I had like 5,500 rupees in my account, and I booked the ticket for 4,000 bucks, and I had 1,500 rupees to come to Mumbai. So I actually came to the city with 1,500 rupees, and I was looking for places to rent out. And then I had to borrow my first 3 months from my friends, my elder brother, to help me pay the rent. And I was going through really, as I said, like I was going through really tough times. I would wake up with a thumping heartbeat because I was so badly I wanted to be in films. You know, it was always a dream to be an actor. And somehow this great opportunity came across from, as Sir said, you know, like everything comes at the right time. And there I had 99 songs with my icon, AR Rahman sir.
And last question, sir, for you. You just recently you were announced as the music composer of Heropanti, and that has taken everyone by surprise because that's a very different world of music, different world of cinema. What can we expect in terms of music over there?
Yeah, that's very strange that, you know, people typecast you into one thing. I've been doing a different kind of movie. And, you know, right from Fire to Water to, you know, a Beagle in South India to Lagan. So I don't stick to anything. For me, music is music, and if people listen to something and they enjoy, I don't have any musical elitism, which people slot me into. I love all kinds of music, and I'm back with my friend Ahmed Khan, who choreographed Rangila, and Mehboob, who's written for most of the iconic scores like Bombay, Rangila, and Yuva, Ma Tujhe Salam. And it's so nice to be back with this team, and then already, you know, the sense of I'm feeling young to work with Tiger again, and not again, like for the first time. I worked with his dad, I worked with his mom, so it's nice to see you know, Tiger starring in it, and we already finished 3 songs for the movie.
Oh wow! Really looking forward to that music as well, particularly over here in Bollywood. We have not seen you in that space. That's the reason I asked the question. So yeah,
I'm really enjoying the process.
Correct. And before signing off, any last words for 99 songs that the two of you want to say?
I hope that people will come to the theaters with the mass and support this movie, because it's a different voice. Come with a different expectation and support new talent, new writers, new producers, new heroes, and old composers.
And Ehan, for you, any last word?
Yeah, so it's releasing on 16th April, just like Sir said. Come to the theaters, and it's a very visually very beautiful film, and we all need your support.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure talking to both of you, and wish you all the best for 99 songs. Looking forward to seeing it on the big screen on April 16th. Thank you.
Bye.